Welcome back, everyone. It has been 1 year since President Trump declared a national crime emergency in Washington, D.C., and deployed thousands of National Guard troops into the city. It was an unprecedented order. No National Guard domestic deployment has lasted longer in U.S. history. In tonight's Prime Focus, Alex Presha takes a rare ride along with the D.C. National Guard commander, who talks candidly about the mission 1 year in.
This has become the routine for Brigadier General Leland Blanchard. Making the rounds in the evening is what he calls the best part of his day. General Blanchard oversees the National Guard mission in Washington, D.C.
Let's go to work.
And today, he let us tag along.
You're getting a chance to see the mission firsthand, and
Absolutely.
And that's part of this as well.
It is, and so that feedback is critical.
Our first stop, away from all the tourist sites, deep in southeast D.C., Anacostia Station.
Walk me through, what does the mission look like here?
Our mission right here is really about creating presence, deterring,
making babies smile, helping a wheelchair passenger get to where he's going, and cracking jokes with Metro riders, all a part of the mission here. But Blanchard says the Guard assists with life-saving medical aid, too.
Very soon we'll hit 900 medical interventions, and it ranges from CPR to tourniquets for gunshot victims to a lot of lacerations, a number of people that fall.
Back in December, Air National Guard Captain April McClung delivered a baby in a parking lot outside of Walter Reed Medical. On July 29th, Guardsmen were first to respond to a double shooting, and these three National Guardsmen from West Virginia gave life-saving first aid to a shooting victim near Union Station. They know they haven't always been popular here.
And I was kind of scared of coming up here, I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen a lot of hatred towards us being here. I've seen a lot of people calling us Nazis and telling us to go home, telling us to kill ourselves. When I got up here, all of those fears went away because I knew that there were people that we were helping.
This is a mission that started a year ago when President Trump declared a national emergency and ordered the Guard to help combat crime in the city.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor.
Since then, their presence has ramped up to some 4,600 troops deployed to work with law enforcement, pick up trash, clean graffiti, help with snow removal, and carry out beautification projects. Their use here hasn't been without controversy. Critics have pointed out that the National Guard is expensive compared to other resources for neighborhood cleanup. A recent analysis found the average guardsman costs $223 more per day than a D.C. police officer. Multiplied by the number of troops in D.C., that's more than $1 million extra per day.
How are you navigating the presence with that sentiment that, look, maybe there are other cost-effective ways here?
Yeah, so as obviously I'm the commanding general of the DC Guard, and I'm the commanding general over this piece of the operation. And so when we talk about what some of those other ways may be, that's really outside of my line of expertise. Our piece is to really get after what we can, which is providing that security, that quick response, and we'll continue to do that.
Another point of contention, scenes like these, guardsmen standing around. General Blanchard sees this as a sign that they've deterred potential crime.
What I hope you see is a good bit of boredom, right? Because that means our presence is working. That means that the mission is working.
There will be, some residents that say, if there's boredom, it's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, no, I can definitely appreciate and understand. I mean, we want to be great stewards and be as efficient as we can with taxpayer dollars.
The general admits it's hard to track stats on crime prevention, but he believes the National Guard is responsible for a sharp decline in violent crime. Critics will point to stats from Metro Police, which showed violent crime in 2024 was down 35%, a 30-year low, and continued to trend down before the Guard was deployed. New data from the U.S. Marshals shows in the last year there have been more than 16,000 arrests with 35 homicide suspects caught and more than 2,000 illegal firearms seized since the Guard's deployment. There's also the issue of Guard safety. Last November, a gunman opened fire on National Guardsmen steps from the White House. 20-year-old Specialist Sarah Beckstrom was killed. Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf was critically injured in the ambush.
How is Staff Sergeant Wolf doing?
Yeah, so we get a chance to talk to the Wolf family, and recently got a chance to see Andy.
I don't know how to describe it other than truly a miracle. That first night, I don't know that I had any expectation I know that I did not believe that we would be here. And every step of the way, that young man has fought his backside off, and it has been inspiring to this old soldier, certainly, to watch that young airman just work and overcome so many tasks, relearning. He laughs. He's out there doing things that just, my goodness, I'm going to do my best every day to honor Sarah's memory, to honor Andy, and do my best each and every day to do the best job I can as a leader.
This mission will go on through 2029. The Defense Department estimates it will cost another $1.4 billion.
You can never go wrong by doing the right thing.
General Blanchard is well aware of the scrutiny that comes with that price tag. He recently made a deal with a private housing company, Placemaker, to move troops into apartments, saving roughly $90 million on hotels the Guard had previously been housed in. He says he's also focused on expansion, continuing to move out into neighborhoods.
Yeah, so I think it's really continuing to build on what the president has directed us to do, which is to provide a safe environment. So now it's time to move a little bit further out, a little bit further into some of the neighborhoods where, quite frankly, we've been, but maybe not as heavy of a presence.
They're also expanding their emergency response, like carrying Narcan for overdoses. They've already administered some 325 doses.
You are a self-described history buff. It's not lost on me. We're sitting here out on the mall in front of the monument for the 16th president. You know, you're 1 year into this mission. You're reflecting this moment right now. What comes to mind?
Pride and a sense of history, connection. You know, we have the Washington there, the Capitol Dome behind it. Obviously, President Lincoln, who's, you know, at that pivotal point in American history. And then I look at these soldiers and airmen out there, and I realize that they're willing and able, and they raise their right hand to do something amazing. And how powerful is that